The world is becoming more and more interconnected. Never before in human history has there existed such an intense relationship between international trade, communication, and politics. The term globalization is all around us, sometimes as an opportunity, sometimes as a new challenge. But what exactly does globalization mean?
Globalization is the word used to describe the growing interdependence of the world's economies, cultures, and populations, brought about by cross-border trade in goods and services, technology, and flows of investment, people, and information.
The increase in technical development and economic integration has made the world more interconnected than ever. Globalization has a number of advantages, including increased international trade and cooperation as well as decreased international hostility. Innovation in the healthcare, technology, and environmental preservation sectors has been facilitated by social globalization, or the exchange of ideas and information between nations. Globalization can however also have negative repercussions on society, including a rise in income inequality and poor working conditions in developing nations that provide wealthy nations with their goods. Globalization has a direct impact on income inequality, since it widens the difference between developed and developing regions of a country. Therefore, it may potentially raise the possibility of societal violence.
International politics is also more interdependent today. Most important policy issues, like climate change, the financial crisis, or terrorism, do not care about borders. Such problems cannot be solved by a single state alone. Politics tries to react by attempting to make decisions in broader groups of countries, like the EU, the G20, or even the United Nations. At the same time, there are more and more international pressure groups which do not belong to a particular state. These so-called non-governmental organizations, or NGOs, are able to exert influence in politics related to their field of work. Examples include Greenpeace, Amnesty International, or ATTAC. A global public forum evolves through the previously mentioned new possibilities of communication. NGOs use this in order to influence politics. International political problems and the emergence of new global actors like NGOs and multinational corporations lead to a decrease of the political latitude of single states, especially of small states.
Under globalization, politics can take place above the state through political integration schemes such as the European Union and through intergovernmental organizations such as the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, and the World Trade Organization.
For me, honestly, I have a hope for a better Philippines in the future, and I have a vision that the Philippines will become advanced in living and technology 20 years from now. If the leader of our country focus on what our country needs to improve and what are the needs and lack of our country, the Philippines and the Filipinos will be living their lives less harder.
Globalization has been very effective in the Philippines. There have been major changes in the economy since 1995 when the Philippines took part in signing agreements with World Trade Organization. There have been changes in the country, such as more labor and more companies that have emerged to help the economy. I can imagine our country 20 years from now to undergo a positive change which will possess the following features: healthy competition, improved productive efficiency, increased volume of output, income and employment, better living standards, greater availability of information, and modern technology. Globalization is able to strengthen and differentiate strong cultures. It allows the birth of these regional cultures, which is due to partly of the improvement of the living conditions. The increase in industrial productivity has made it possible to lower textile costs, and thus to improve the clothing of the people. Globalization is associated with the rapid and significant human changes. The movements of people from rural to urban areas has accelerated, and the growth of cities in the developing world especially is linked to substandard living for many. Family disruption and social domestic violence are increasing.
Lastly, our advocacy is the increasing intensity of global knowledge flows points to important benefits of globalization. Globalization has amplified the spread of technology. First, globalization allows countries to gain easier access to foreign knowledge. Second, it enhances international competition, including as a result of the rise of emerging market firms, and this strengthens firms' incentives to innovate and adopt foreign technologies.